Culture, Research, and Technology, located in Banten Province. Untirta's commitment to excellence has driven viable and vigorous international academic engagement and collaborations. Untirta has 7 faculties spread across the city of Sorong, the capital city of Banten Province, and in the city of Cilegon, which is the hub of multinational companies in Banten. To support academic excellence, all buildings in Untirta are environmentally friendly, designed and attached to the sustainability principles, which are realized through the maximum use of the most innovative technology in support of academic and research activities. Strengthening the existence of Untirta nationally, the Ministry of Education, Culture, Research, and Technology has appointed Untirta as the National Center of Food Security since 2019. At the global level, Untirta has taken part in the creation of knowledge, especially related to research in food security. The availability of a modern and highly innovative integrated research laboratory supports the creation of the impactful research results. As evidence of its dedication to knowledge creation and global commitment, the faculty members of Untirta have won national and international research and collaboration grants from various institutions, like the Ministry of Culture, Education, and Research and Innovation, Indonesia, World Bank, British Council, USAID, Séjour Scientifique de Haut Niveau SSHN, France, Islamic Development Bank. These endeavors confirm its engagement in global research networking and cooperation. Untirta is also a home that not only acts as a place, but also as a source of knowledge, example, and virtue. Therefore, the entire academic community is obliged to uphold basic values in carrying out their duties and responsibilities, which are oriented to the 9 excellent characteristics. For example, smart, persistence, innovative and creative, visionary, proactive, open-minded, communicative, tolerant, preserving local values. A supportive and conducive academic environment and facilities have driven the emergence of young intellectuals. The students play a significant role in contributing to global academic excellence by actively participating in international academic events, like winning international essay writing competitions, international research grant, and international academic student mobility awards. Committed to enhancing the engagement of students to its academic excellence internationally, Untirta provides Tirta Yasa's International Scholarship, TRIAS. To build its international reputation, the commitment is realized by broadening and strengthening international networking and partnership, not only with universities, but also industries through research schemes and internship programs. Oriented to academic excellence and social impact, Untirta is committed to making Banten and Indonesia as a part of the global community and participating in the making of a better world. Inspired by the local values and the thoughts of the leading and intellectual figures of Banten, Sultan Ageng Tirta Yasa and Sheikh Nawawi al-Bantani, and fueled by the desire to contribute to the quality of Indonesia's human resources and global engagement, Universitas Sultan Ageng Tirta Yasa, better known Untirta, officially presents through the establishment in 1981. Untirta is a government-owned university located in the province of Banten, Indonesia, located 75 kilometers from from the capital of Indonesia, Jakarta, to the west, and the only public university under the Ministry of Education, Culture, Research, and Technology, located in Banten Province. Untirta's commitment to excellence has driven viable and vigorous international academic engagement and collaborations. Untirta has 7 faculties spread across the city of Serang, the capital city of Banten Province, and in the city of Cilegon, which is the hub of multinational companies in Banten. To support academic excellence, all buildings in Untirta are environmentally friendly, designed and attached to the sustainability principles, which are realized through the maximum use of the most innovative technology in support of academic and research activities. Strengthening the existence of Untirta nationally, the Ministry of Education, Culture, Research, and Technology has appointed Untirta as the National Center of Food Security since 2019. At the global level, Untirta has taken part in the creation of knowledge, especially related to research in food security. The availability of a modern and highly innovative integrated research laboratory supports the creation of the impactful research results. As evidence of its dedication to knowledge creation and global commitment, the faculty members of Untirta have won national and international research and collaboration grants from various institutions, like the Ministry of Culture, Education, and Research and Innovation, Indonesia, World Bank, British Council, USAID, Séjour Scientifique de Haut Niveau SSHN, France, Islamic Development Bank. These endeavors confirm its engagement in global research networking and cooperation. Untirta is also a home that not only acts as a place, but also as a source of knowledge, example, and virtue. Therefore, the entire academic community is obliged to uphold basic values in carrying out their duties and responsibilities, which are oriented to the 9 excellent characteristics. For example, smart, persistence, innovative and creative, visionary, proactive, open-minded, communicative, tolerant, preserving local values. A supportive and conducive academic environment and facilities have driven the emergence of young intellectuals. The students play a significant role in contributing to global academic excellence by actively participating in international academic events, like winning international essay writing competitions, international research grants, and international academic student mobility awards. Committed to enhancing the engagement of students to its academic excellence internationally, Untirta provides Tirta Yasa's International Scholarship, TRIAS. To build its international reputation, the commitment is realized by broadening and strengthening international networking and partnership, not only with universities, but also industries through research schemes and internship programs. Oriented to academic excellence and social impact, Untirta is committed to making Banten and Indonesia as a part of the global community and participating in the making of a better world.
Good morning, everyone. It's good to see you here. For those who are sitting next to each other and there is empty space between you, can you please squeeze up a little bit so we can fill in more people in this room? And there will be still another couple of more minutes until we start officially. All right. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Global Symposium, Innovation on Education. I'm thrilled and honored to stand here in front of you as we embark on the journey of collaboration, transformative ideas, and innovation. My name is Widya Eka Putri, and I will be your host for this opening session. Ladies and gentlemen, this symposium is the collaborative work of Universitas Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa, Universitas Kristen Krida Wacana, and Seattle Pacific University. We gather here not only as the participants, but also as the catalyst of change, individuals united by common passions of revolutioning the way we teach and learn. This symposium is a melting pot of diverse perspectives, experiences, and expertise, all converging to redefine the landscape of education. Over the next few days, we'll immerse ourselves in a spectrum of discussion and presentations that aim to inspire unconventional thinking. On behalf of the committee, we welcome the Rector of Universitas Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa, Professor Dr. Insinyur Fatah Sulaiman STMT. We would also like to welcome Ms. Ira Rasikawati, PhD, the Dean of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences of Universitas Kristen Krida Wacana. To kick off this opening session, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to pay tribute to our country with the singing of the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise from your seats. Indonesia Raya.
Indonesia tanah airku, tanah tumpah darahku. Di sanalah aku berdiri, jadi bangku ibuku. Indonesia kebangsaanku, bangsa dan tanah airku. Marilah kita berseru, Indonesia bersatu. Hiduplah tanahku, hiduplah negeriku, bangsaku, rakyatku semuanya. Bangunlah jiwanya, bangunlah marinya untuk Indonesia Raya. Indonesia Raya, merdeka, merdeka, tanahku, negeriku yang ku cinta. Indonesia Raya, merdeka, merdeka, hiduplah Indonesia Raya. Indonesia Raya, merdeka, merdeka, tanahku, negeriku yang ku cinta. Indonesia Raya, merdeka, merdeka, hiduplah Indonesia Raya.
Thank you. Please take your seats. The second on the agenda is the opening remarks from Dr. Arthur Elias of the Seattle Pacific University. But before that, here is a brief introduction of Dr. Elias.
Arthur K. Elias is Professor of Education and Director of the Center for Global Curriculum Studies. He is also corresponding professor of education at the University of the Russian Academy of Education. Dr. Elias teaches in the School of Education Doctoral Studies program with a specialty in curriculum and instruction. He is the author of 20 published books, numerous articles, and presentations at regional, national, and international conferences. Please welcome Arthur K. Elias to the stage.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here this morning and to see all these bright and shining faces. It's a very happy thing. To the rector, my respects, and to the gentleman that I had a chance to meet yesterday, good to see you again, and I hope this is the beginning of a good friendship. I just want to make a few remarks today as we celebrate this time with Eucrida and Unitra, fine students and faculty here. The theme of this conference is innovation, educational innovation. And innovation comes in many forms, and it's always a search for something new, new insights, new procedures, new perspectives. One of the most important aspects of innovation is something called a growth mindset. A growth mindset has critical dimensions to it, but the basic idea of a growth mindset for students and professors, teachers, is the idea of continuous learning, that it's a continuous ongoing process, one that never stops. Someone was asked once, what's the purpose of all this learning? So you can do more learning, and that really is the purpose. It's just continuous. So there are critical dimensions to a growth mindset, and I just want to mention a few of those. And I'll step back a minute to talk about the theories of Jürgen Habermas, a German philosopher, who developed a theory of human interest. He asked himself, what are human beings really interested in? What do they want? What are they asking for, even when they don't know it? And he decided that there are three main interests that you have, that I have, that all human beings everywhere, throughout history, into the future, have and will have. And those are the technical interest, the practical interest, and the emancipatory interest. These three interests. The technical interest is one that people who've gone to school know a lot about. It's learn these skills, memorize these facts, get a good grade, move on, go to another grade, and finally get a diploma. Nothing wrong with it, unless it stops there, that we never get beyond the technical interest. And unfortunately, that's so often the case. The practical interest has to do with how to live, prosper, love, and work in the world. How to work with other people, and so much effort these days into cooperative learning, collaborative learning, team learning, and so on, that the practical interest is really being taken much more seriously in school settings than ever was in the past. Then there's the emancipatory interest, sometimes called the reflective interest, and that has to do with the search for meaning. I'm taking these subjects in school, I'm teaching these things, but what's the purpose? Where is this going? Does this lead to anything? Is it of any significance? What does it mean to me? And if it means something to me, what does it mean to others whom I may affect in time? And so all of this put together in proper balance makes a great deal of sense. We need the technical interest. People need to learn certain basic skills in life, but it can't stop there. It must go on to the practical. John Dewey talked about learning by doing, that you don't just learn things, you do things in order to learn them. That there's a sequence there. So what are these? Well, one is risk-taking. How much risk-taking is done by students in schools? How much risk-taking is done by teachers? They're trying new things that probably won't even work. But Thomas Edison was famous for saying, after I think it was like the 700th time his electrical light bulb did not work. He said, "This is great. We've learned one more way it doesn't work, and so we can put that aside and move on to the next thing." So risk-taking. Dealing with uncertainty and ambiguity. We live in a very uncertain world. I think you know that. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. Innovative behavior. Teachers are very famous for putting students in rows of desks and standing up in front and telling them things. Teaching by telling, it's called. But what happens when creativity and imagination begin to seep into a classroom and the desks get pushed aside and the kids or the adults are on the floor or they're working in groups and so on? Everything begins to change. It's called disruptive innovation, when everything changes. You make some small change and it just has a ripple effect. Then there's the sense of resilience. Some students are very discouraged. I don't know if you knew this. They're hurting inside. They don't maybe have much money. They don't think they have much future. And who's going to be around to give them a pat on the back when they need it and to support them when they need it? I think resilience needs to be embedded in the curriculum and needs to become a real thing. And then finally, just this notion that the sense of self-efficacy, a sense that I can do certain things. I'm willing to try. And that goes for teachers who are willing to take risks. It goes for students who are willing to take risks. Well, anyway, I want to thank all of you for coming here, putting up with this talk of mine, for one thing. And I'm looking forward today to many excellent presentations. We have people coming from different parts of the world, and they're going to certainly bring different perspectives. And I know that I see this next 2 days as a couple of days of really interesting learning. And I hope to grow. I hope my growth mindset changes. I hope I'm not the same person who came to this beautiful country. And when I leave with all the good memories, I'll want to come back because it was so wonderful here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Elias, for the inspiring remarks. Moving on, we would like to invite Dr. David Wicks to give his remarks for this session. But before that, here is a brief introduction of Dr. Wicks.
With a steadfast dedication to advancing digital education, Dr. David A. Wicks is a professor of curriculum and instruction and the chair of the Digital Education Leadership Graduate Program in the School of Education at Seattle Pacific University. Dr. Wicks' career in educational technology spans across a diverse spectrum of roles, from shaping minds as high school technology teacher to lecturing in a university computer science department. His expertise has been pivotal in various capacities, including serving as technology facilitator for a school district, authoring multimedia content, managing projects for edtech firm, and steering instructional technology initiative at SPU. At the core of his scholarly pursuit lies profound interest in digital education, online learning, and the communities of inquiry framework. He is particularly captivated by the perception that students and the faculty hold towards digital learning environment. Please welcome Dr. David A. Wicks to the stage.
Thank you so much. This is my third visit to Unturta, and it's a beautiful campus. Very thankful to our hosts who have made this possible. Rector Solomon, very appreciative of your work and the work of others, the work of our colleagues at Ukrita, who helped put this together. We came together a few months ago and said, 3 universities, maybe we could do something together. And we thought, we have a conference coming up. What if it was hosted in Indonesia? And both universities said yes. And this conference has gone on for a number of years, and it's always been in Seattle, Washington. And talking with Dr. Ellis earlier, he thinks this will probably be the best conference. The diversity of ideas and opinions, and the learning that we'll be able to do, and the learning that will come out of the conference. For me personally, currently I'm looking at a lot at how artificial intelligence will impact the classroom. And many teachers are wondering, what is my role? What am I going to do in this new environment? And I think we have to go back and go forward to 21st century learning skills. And we have to make sure as teachers and also as students that we're focused on how we communicate, how we collaborate, how we express our creativity, and how we practice critical thinking. Any one of you students can go to ChatGPT and ask it a question, and it will give you an answer. But the answer is only as good as what you already know. ChatGPT, as you probably know, is only thinking about the next word. It's just predicting what is the next word, what is the next word, what is the next word. And so the chances of it writing you a top mark paper and writing something that makes no sense are probably equally possible. So, you know, as a human being, as a student in this world, as a teacher in this world, we have to focus on those 4 C's, the communication, the collaboration, the critical thinking, and the creativity. And then as teachers, we need a framework, we need a strategy to help us to bring our learners along and create a learning experience that will engage our students. And so as teachers, we need to practice teaching presence. We need to make sure that we design, facilitate, and instruct in a way that engages the learners. As teachers in this 21st century, we need to promote social presence. We need to invite our students into the classroom and help the classroom be a place where they can be known as learners, as also teachers of other students. And so we have to explore ways of making themselves known, giving them opportunities to share their ideas in more ways than just on a final exam or on a paper, but to actually engage in those discussions in the classroom. And then to cement this learning experience, we need to practice cognitive presence. And so we need to provide opportunities for our students to be able to interact with a triggering question, something that sparks interest in the curriculum. And that question may come from the professor, but it also may come from the students themselves. They may be asked to come up with a question, giving them more agency in the classroom. Then they need to explore how are they going to find the answer to that question that they care about, and then interact with others, not just with the professor, but interact with their peers, engage each other and challenge each other's knowledge on the topic, and finally come to some sort of resolution. And that resolution may be the answer to the problem they're working on, but it could also be more questions. It could be that they just don't know the answer and another round of questions. So it's an iterative process. But I encourage us all as we're partaking in this conference and as you continue to participate in this learning, that you be good communicators, good collaborators, good critical thinkers, practice creativity, and just in closing, I just want to again thank you for inviting us here, presenting this opportunity for us and for our colleagues to learn together with you. It's a real honor. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Wicks, for the inspiring remarks. The next agenda, we will hear the remarks of Ms. Ira Rasikawati, PhD, of Universitas Kristen Krida Wacana. Before that, here is a brief introduction of Dr. Rasikawati.
Ira Rasikawati, a Fulbright alumna and Dean of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Science at Universitas Kristen Krida Wacana, Jakarta, brings over 20 years of international teaching experience, specializing in L2 learning, literacy education, and curriculum development. Her educational journey spans from a bachelor's degree at Petra Christian University to a PhD in education from Seattle Pacific University, USA. Her research interests are diverse, including second language reading and writing, vocabulary development, and corpus linguistic application in L2 learning. Please welcome Ira Rasikawati to the stage.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to be standing here representing the Rector of UKRIDA, Dr. Wani Gunadi. I'd like to thank you to Professor Fatah Sulaiman and also Professor Afirano, we met yesterday, and also all the distinguished Vice Rectors and all the guests here. I heard from Professor Fatah that we have students all over Indonesia coming here to witness this symposium, and I'm very excited to hear about that because some of UKRIDA students are also here. I hope that you can connect with them later on. Dr. Alice and Dr. Wicks have emphasized on the academic and scholarly aspect of the symposium. I'd like to see it from a different perspective, which is from the collaboration aspect, because it's such a pleasure to be here. And when I first met Dr. Alice, Dr. Wicks, Pak Udi, like the three people who put this event together, make it possible here, I couldn't have predicted the future of our interaction at that time. So there are always element of mystery when we meet new people. But this is where we are today. So one thing that I always believe that there is a power in the connection, in reaching out, learning about the incredible works of others that they have done, and also exploring how we can build up these ideas together. So that very practice of connecting and sharing has brought us together in this room today. It is a small symposium, but a vibrant community we have, and I believe that our small size is actually our strength. It allows us to create more meaningful and productive connection, fostering the space where every voice is heard and every idea has the potential to spark something truly extraordinary. So over the next 3 days, I look forward to getting to know each of you more, and we can share our experience, our vision, and our dreams. Hopefully that we can meet in different places. Who knows, after Serang, then we will travel to different parts of Indonesia or even the world. I just want to share one little story that I always share with my students as well, that education can take you wherever you want to be or whatever you want to be. I'm part of the majority of the Indonesian population. I'm not from a fluent family that can travel the world, but because of education, my love for learning has given me the opportunity for scholarships in Japan, in the US, and actually those are, many of you, I believe that you dream about being more exposed to international world, to the world. So I think this is a very good opportunity for you to be more open-minded, to reach out to people and build connections. So I would like to encourage that and hope that one day that we can be in a different room with more vibrant interactions. Thank you very much for the opportunity to be standing here and passing these messages.
Thank you so much to Dr. Rasikawati for the inspiring remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, for the next agenda is the plenary session from the Rector of Untirta, Professor Fatah Sulaiman. Professor Fatah Sulaiman will deliver the presentation titled Thinking Through Sustainable Development in Indonesia, with a core point about sustainability and green economy in Untirta context. Here is a brief introduction of Professor Fatah Sulaiman.
Professor Dr. Insinyur Fatah Sulaiman, STMT, is Rector of Universitas Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa. He is also Secretary of National Food Security Ministry of Education, Culture, and Research Department, Indonesia. Professor Dr. Insinyur Fatah Sulaiman, STMT, teaches in the petrochemical industry and technology information for educational purposes in Universitas Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa. He is the author of 12 published books and 24 published research journals. Please welcome Professor Dr. Insinyur Fatah Sulaiman, STMT, to the stage.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, salam sehat, salam sejahtera buat kita semua. Good morning all. Good morning ladies and gentlemen. The Excellencies, Rector of UKRIDA, representative by IKA PSD. The Excellencies, representative from Seattle Pacific University, Mr. David, PhD, Professor Arthur, distinguished guests, my beloved students from all the provinces in Indonesia. Please big applause for our friends. Distinguished colleagues from Untirta. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to our university. Welcome to Untirta, Kampus Jawara in Banten Province. First of all, I would like to extend my great appreciation for this global symposium innovation on education initiated by our three-party collaboration, among Untirta, UKRIDA, and Seattle Pacific University. I strongly believe that today's event marks a fruitful collaboration that will benefit us much more in the future. I hope today's event will shed some light to contribution of global innovation from Indonesia and United States of America to the world. Please, a big applause for Seattle Pacific University. Ladies and gentlemen, today I was given an opportunity to give a plenary presentation prior to panel sessions. And in this great moment, I would like to talk about sustainability in a university context. It is a common word that you hear recently, and it's also coined by United Nations for the campaign of Sustainability Development Goals of SDGs. I would like to shape my discussion of sustainability that we design in a university, and what makes it unique is we derive and empower our sustainability from our core values. Please, next slide. The core value itself is originated from past local figures which apparently still relevant to current circumstances. In my discussion later, I will showcase what we have done as a higher institution in regard to contribute not only for ourselves, but also for the community around us and the nation in the bigger context. First of all, here we are in Indonesia, in the tip of Java Island, near to Sumatra and neighbor of Jakarta, Banten province. This also the same province maybe in Seattle, Pacific University in Seattle in America, maybe the same. It is also the same province in the other province in the other nation. Since it has a strategic location, Banten has some big potential, notably in the aspect that can support food security. There are agriculture, industry, trade, and harbor. So it's likely to become the hub for agriculture in Java Island in the future and possible in the world, as it's a glorious days in the era of Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa. Please follow the PPT. However, to reach such dream, we need to overcome massive challenge. I try to summarize them into 3+1 mega disruption: global warming, industrial revolution, COVID-19 pandemic, and geopolitical issue. Those things bring impacts into the world system and humanity. Take an example of geopolitical issue: stability endangered, energy crisis, food security, and worldwide economic recession are the effects. Moreover, the impact of industrial revolution, it leads into a transformation of digitalization in every aspect, not to mention the life of Indonesian people and the character they are saved from it. As you can see from the data, more than a half of our population use mobile device, and it increased during pandemic and post-pandemic COVID-19. Their activities are vary from purchasing online, connecting to friends and relatives, to comments in social media. To play a role in this dynamic, volatile, complex, and uncertain world, an individual must be strong value. Strong value may open new mindset, leaving a fixed mindset behind and start to learn and willing to have a growth mindset. By having a growth mindset, will trigger other positive attitudes, such as becoming a powerful agile learner. This kind of learners can withstand in any condition, learn new skills, and equip themselves with new literacies. As a result, when this happens, say everybody within organization equipped with a strong value, then it will lead into a thing called innovation, and innovation is the key for sustainability. Ladies and gentlemen, for this reason, we aim to make and implement values in our institution, and our values are derived from two notorious local figures that represent leadership and intellectuality. There are respectively Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa and Sheikh Nawawi Al-Bantani. A glance into for both of them, Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa is a Banten leader that brings Banten into its golden era with trade that recognized locally and even globally. Meanwhile, Sheikh Nawawi Al-Bantani is a Muslim intellectual that produced a fresh and important insight for humanity. He was well recognized in international Muslim community. We then synthesized value from Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa, namely open for mutualism partnership with local and global parties, environmental care, society-oriented, and many others. Meanwhile, Sheikh Nawawi Al-Bantani offers some insightful ideas regarding the existence of universe, humanity, morality, and other perspectives on Islamic principles. Their values are mixed to produce 9 excellent characters. As we highlight here, these 9 characters remain relevant to answer today's challenge. And the characters once again represent a great combination of intellectuality and leadership. These 9 characters must become the individual identity of our university members in Untirta. This is our fundamental capital to build the university into an institution that has an academic and intellectual authority, both regionally and nationally, towards world-class university level. Using these 9 values, Untirta plays an active role as a locomotive of change toward the realization of civil society in Banten. Based on these 9 characters, we developed and agreed a value for our institution. It must be implemented in various academic activities. It is called Jawara. Jawara meaning champion. Jawara stands for jujur, adil, wibawa, amanah, religius, dan akuntabel. The value becomes a foundation we need to realize the vision and mission. That is the actualization of Untirta as healthy, integrated, smart, and green towards a university of incorporated legal entity that is excellent, having character and competitive in global by 2030. Ladies and gentlemen, healthy means we attempt to make sure that physically and environmentally healthy for our members to study and work at Untirta. Integrated means combining all campus potential, both physical and non-physical potential, with the philosophy together make stronger. Physical integrated can be seen that we connect several campus locations using a backbone fiber optic. On the other hand, non-physically integrated integration combines all Untirta work ethic. This means that everyone in the campus is fully valued and inclusively involved in the full development of the campus. An integration among various academic and administrative operations will increase to discipline for providing services, creating a positive culture of collaborative research and innovation. Integration is a concept displayed by Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa when he designed a water system that integrates all aspects such as agriculture, defense, war strategy, and public needs. Smart university implies that the achievement of technology use or IT base for all campus facilities to support academic services. As you might see here, an example of our smart dashboard for all staffs. It includes everything from their rights to their liability. We also design smart building management to control energy use, Untirta Command Center, smart laboratory, smart card, and many more. The use of AI and technology is a growth mindset represented by Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa when he opens for the use of technology at the time brought by trade partners. Ladies and gentlemen, Green University is a university management and administration concept that is identical to environmental-based industrial management. It includes the implementation of the principle of conservation, efficiency, productivity, and harmonization with the natural environment. The academic community and the surrounding community, and for our Green Campus program, we cover 6 items, namely water, energy, waste management, setting and infrastructure, transportation, and education, and human resources. We break down every single item into a most likely action we can realize together. We also joined into an international UI Green Metric ranking to assess our Green Campus performance. Green concept resembles to the values that Sheikh Nawawi Al-Bantani introduced, that is the existence of universe and humanity that must be in line with the creation of God. Green concept also a sustainable insight coined by Sultan Ageng Tayasa in terms of water conservation. Here are some examples of what we have done to realize this green concept at university context. Healthy, integrated, smart, and green university will provide full control over the utilization of resources with values of Jawara. All university members can make this university that has an academic authority and intellectual authority. In addition, synergy with other stakeholders is one of the key values we drew from Sultan Ageng Tayasa. Having established a partnership with other parties might help us accelerate and elevate higher and do more for the community and the nation. As an academic institution, we build a synergy with universities partners, both local and international, having a partnership with local and central government to do more for Banten province and Indonesia in general. With industries, as we are located near to many industries, and last but not least, with the community itself, so that we can know exactly what they actually need. The synergy results into an innovation in a plenty different area and disciplines. Here are some examples of innovation result from the collaboration. National and international webinar during and post-pandemic era, matching fund project funded by Ministry of Education, Culture and Higher Education. This is a partnership result with other stakeholders such as industry, for example, the development of integrated waste management in the basis of circular economy for the community. Before slide from Chandra Asri. And there are some other matching fund projects. Our matching fund projects, most of them are in line with our university vision and mission and our mandated project from Islamic Development Bank to become food security center in Indonesia. We attempt to design an agro hub in Indonesia, in Banten province, in partnership with private food industry. Moreover, to support food security in Banten province, we experimented with local food to create a substitute biscuit to prevent stunting in this province. Alongside with the community around Banten province, we play a role as an academician to give such counseling, guidance, empowerment, and many others. With industries around us, we try to identify their need and the local community wish, that is to get a job in an industry in their place. However, some of the industries are high-tech and dangerous chemical industry. Here we design one-year program specifically for creating an operator for chemical industry. The program has been going on for 25 years. I personally initiated the program in the first place. Now the graduates, especially local people, can work in either national or international company. The sponsor of the program are varying from local government to industries with the CSR program. Our students confident to compete in national and international level of competition is also increased, and some of them granted the rewards. Please big applause buat our students. Ladies and gentlemen, all of those achievements are result from our continuous implementation of values Jawara. We realize that obstacles and challenges are very dynamic, so that we also need to make some adjustment and innovation here and there. However, as long as we have the spirit of Jawara, we always believe in our capabilities. I think that be all from me. Thank you for listening and have a great event and enjoy your time in Untirta and Banten, Indonesia. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much to Professor Fatah Sulaiman for the informative and inspiring plenary presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move to the next agenda, which is the presentation of plaque or the souvenirs. We request Professor Fatah Sulaiman to hand over the souvenirs to the representative of Seattle Pacific University, which will be represented by Dr. Wicks. To Professor Fatah Sulaiman and Dr. Wicks, please take the stage for the souvenirs presentation. Okay. Thank you, sirs. Please stay on the stage. Please stay seated. Please stay on the stage because we are also going to present the plaque to Universitas Kristen Krida Wacana. To Dr. Rasikawati, please take the stage. And the plaque will be again presented by Professor Fatah Sulaiman. We would like to invite Dr. Ellis to join Dr. Fatah, Dr. Ira, and Dr. Wick and on the stage for the photo session. Dr. Ellis, please take the stage. Thank you so much. Sirs and madam, now please kindly, yes, now please turn around and face away from the audience so we can take the picture of you with the audience on the background. And the audience, please rise on your seats. The audience on the left or the right side of the room, please kindly move a little bit to the center so we could take the picture of all of you. Thank you so much, everyone. Please take your seats. Thank you so much to Professor Fatah Sulaiman. Thank you so much, Dr. Wick, Dr. Ellis, and Dr. Rasikawati. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the opening session. For the next agenda, the speaker's presentation will be held on the 4th floor of this building. Our students here will help you to get there. They are the ones with maroon blazers and blue name tags. And for the presenters, we will distribute the symposium kit on the 4th floor, and you can find the complete rundown and other information there. This concludes the opening session for this symposium. Thank you very much, everyone, and I will see you again. Good morning, and thank you.